Welcome to another edition of Rust Rants. I'm John Rust, and I come on and go off about, well, whatever's honking me off today. The U.S. women's national team took a lot of criticism during the World Cup for their lackadaisical play, for not taking the game seriously, for not truly representing the U.S. I mean, it got to a point where they were so disliked that Americans were actively rooting against them. Well, the United States isn't the only team from the World Cup that's taking criticism. Now, the English national team, who lost in the championship game to Spain, is also taking flack. Well, flack from one guy who's an absolute bigoted Nimrod. Now, this is from the Daily Mail. Wilfred Emmanuel Jones, an entrepreneur and farmer, appeared on a Sky News show. Now, why a farmer would be brought in to talk about the World Cup, I don't know. But they showed an image of the English national team from the front page of the Daily Mail, and Jones dispensed these pearls of wisdom. Quote, "I don't want to pour boiling water on it, but it isn't that diverse. What jumps out at you is that this doesn't represent diverse Britain. It's all these blonde, blue-eyed girls, and I wish them well. But I do think we need to ask ourselves questions about why it is that there is a lack of diversity. If you could have the men's team, which is very, very diverse, why doesn't that translate to the women's team?" End quote. Well, maybe, just maybe, and this is just a theory of mine, maybe when they were having tryouts for the national team, these women were the best of the bunch, and they all just happened to be white. You know, I have had it with these bigots, and yeah, that's what this guy is. He's a bigot for saying the things he did. I'm sick of these bigoted idiots who, anytime they look at a group of white people, they automatically think, well, this is the worst thing in the world. This is an absolutely bad group of people here. Well, dude, I'm sorry to say this, but Britain is predominantly a white country. Now, at last count on their demographics, 82% of the population in Britain is white. Now, you keep breaking that down. How many ethnic minority women play soccer? Not only that, but how many of them can play soccer and compete at an elite level like you would need for the World Cup? Now, apparently, with this year's English national team, the best players just all happen to be white. Now, 3 or 4 years from now, that might be different. Not only that, but, you know, where is it written that the only people who can inspire you have to share the same skin color as you? I mean, you don't think that a guy like, say, Roberto Clemente inspired white people? A guy who was not just a phenomenal baseball player, but also an incredible humanitarian, and such a humanitarian that MLB named an award after him. Or you don't think someone like David Ortiz, one of my favorite Boston Red Sox players ever, you don't think he inspired any white people? I mean, along with being a clutch hitter, the guy walked around with just this big smile, this absolute love of life, like he just enjoyed everything he was doing. And also, his declaration after the Boston Marathon bombings in 2013, when he came out in the middle of Fenway Park and said, "This is our bleeping city." You don't think that resonated with all Bostonians, all Americans, regardless of their skin color? I mean, is it so hard to just look at people as human beings, as unique individuals, instead of as a skin color? Well, apparently for Mr. Wilfred Emmanuel Nigel Incubator Jones, it is. All right, folks, that's going to do it for this edition of Rust Rants. Be sure to like, share, follow, and subscribe across all of KYCA's social media: Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, Instagram, Twitter. Check us out at kyca.info. Be sure to smash the like button, share this video, leave a comment on this video. We'd love to hear what you have to say. Till next time, I'm John Rust. I will see you soon.